Reddit isn't a very easy crowd to please. That's why when they do like something, you know it's good. Here are 10 video games Redditors have put thousands of hours into, starting with a classic, Tetris. It's truly a timeless game, and its longevity as a game has proven this to be true. Ever since its initial release in 1984, Tetris has been re-released across all types of platforms, from the Nintendo Entertainment System to modern consoles, like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. Its simple yet captivating puzzle game mechanic has kept players entertained for thousands of hours. As one Redditor reported recently, they have been playing Tetris for months and not just hours. In recent years, the classic puzzle game was given a modern makeover with two new releases, Tetris Effect and Tetris 99. Although spending hours on puzzle games like Tetris is a breeze, it doesn't even compare with strategy games, especially when it comes to Civilization V. It's one of the most popular strategy games in history, and it's easy to see why. This game has captured players' imaginations for years, with its addictive gameplay and deep strategic options. The concept behind it is simple. You take control of civilization, build cities and armies, and compete against other civilizations to achieve various victory conditions. You can win through domination, culture, science, and more, giving you myriad paths to victory and making each playthrough unique and exciting. One Redditor has logged over 1,000 hours of playtime in Civilization V. It just shows you how much time can be sunk into the game. This isn't surprising considering it's just one more turn mantra that often keeps players hooked for hours on end. But this isn't the only game that has people hooked. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has endless opportunities. Skyrim is an RPG that has stood the test of time for many gamers around the world. While some RPGs may take a lengthy amount of time to beat, most are guided by a central campaign or narrative, and don't typically require an excessive amount of playtime. But Skyrim is one exception to this rule because of its massive open world and endless supply of quests. One Redditor noted that what truly keeps players immersed in Skyrim is the ability to mod the game with custom content. This adds an extra layer of replayability, enabling gamers to continue tinkering and creating once they've finished a playthrough. Mods can range from small tweaks such as graphical changes to massive overhauls that can drastically alter the game. While Skyrim takes the cake in the RPG section, there's one online game that everyone has played at least once. Yep, I'm talking about League of Legends. It's definitely one of the most popular online multiplayer games ever released, with many players admitting to having invested over 1,000 hours into it. The game focuses on traditional 5v5 MOBA gameplay, and its creators have kept the game up to date by regularly introducing new champions and making balance changes. While playing ranked solo queue can be a bit of a challenge, it's still something that millions of players are hooked on. The game has been around for more than 10 years and continues to grow in popularity. The developers continue to create new content by adding additional champions, skins, maps, and more. It's pretty easy to spend many hours on online games, but we can't forget about story games. God of War Ragnarok is a Reddit favorite. 4 years ago, the game's reboot was released, and let's just say it took the gaming world by storm. It brought fans a new and improved Kratos. He was no longer the old violent cartoon caricature, but a real person with complex and serious intimacy issues. This year's God of War Ragnarok gave fans even more to love, from the side quests to combat options and endless banter. This game has something for everyone, with its incredibly updated graphics, deep character development, and plenty of replay value. It's no surprise that Reddit thinks this is one of the best games of all time. Speaking of story games, Stardew Valley is one of the best. It's an open-ended real-life simulator game with a lot of similarities to Animal Crossing and My Time at Portia. You take over your grandfather's farm and attempt to gain the favor of the local townsfolk, all while engaging in farming, crafting, fighting, and dating. You can spend hours upon hours on this game, and it won't get boring at all. That's why the game has made it on our list. Not to mention, it's popular all over Reddit. Since its release in 2016, there has been an abundance of impressive farms created by dedicated players, and an even larger number of amazing amazing co-op farming experiences. Whether you're looking to run your own farm, battle monsters in caves, or seek out opportunities for romance, Stardew Valley has something for everyone, and its replay value is so high that you may find yourself returning to the game again and again. But nothing could ever beat the craze that Fortnite caused in 2017. Battle Royales have created an addictive gameplay pattern that can quickly take over a person's life without them even realizing it. The key elements of Battle Royales include looting and preparation before the fight, short bursts of gratification during the match, and then the opportunity to start immediately into a new game after death. All these features come together to create an environment that is highly attractive and hard to escape. This was highlighted by a Reddit user who admitted that Fortnite had absorbed 1,000 hours of their life. The user explained that the reason for this was because of the COVID-19 lockdown, which created more free time to game and an opportunity to bond with their sons. But there's another game that went viral during the lockdowns. Remember when everyone was playing Rust? It's an online multiplayer survival game with nearly limitless possibilities. When the player starts out, they have almost nothing and must work hard to make it in their world. As one Redditor put it, 1,000 hours in Rust is but a blink. This speaks to the highly addictive nature of the game. And with servers regularly being wiped, it means players have to start all over again. The best part of Rust is the creative potential it offers users. Every time they think they've reached their goal, a new one pops up and keeps them coming back for more. There's a bit of something for everyone in Rust, and it's no wonder why so many players have been hooked for such long periods of time. There's also another game similar to Rust that Redditors have been spending a lot of time playing. World of Warcraft is known for its high playtime. Even though it's been years since this game came out, everyone still plays it. Redditor EPLIW's playtime alone stands at over 1,000 hours, and they're far from the only one who can boast such a number. So, what keeps players hooked on WoW for so long? One of the biggest draws is the sheer depth of content available. Players can spend hundreds of hours on missions, quests, and events without ever running out of things to do. Plus, with expansions and updates coming out regularly, there's always something new to explore. Before we end the video, there's still one last game we'd like to mention. Overwatch literally took over the gaming world. Blizzard's massive hero-based shooter quickly became one of the most popular games at the time. Redditor Lafa the Gaffa is just one of the many players who sunk countless hours into the game. They even had 1,000 hours logged in before the original version was removed. There are probably multiple reasons for Overwatch's success, with one of the most important being its ease of accessibility. Players could quickly pick it up and understand the basic mechanics, even if they were complete beginners, while more experienced gamers found plenty to appreciate too, such as the huge variety of game modes, heroes, and different ways to play. These were 10 video games Redditors have put thousands of hours into. See you in the next video!